In this video, we're going to do an unboxing of the Zombie U Deluxe Set Limited Edition Wii U. So let's get to it. Now, I'm not a huge gamer, but I have owned a lot of consoles in the past. And for some reason, the Wii U has brought me back into the fold. I haven't owned a video game console in about 3 years. But there's something about this Zombie U game that I just need to play. Now, I know when the Wii U was first released, it was difficult to get a hold of one. Now, they're very plentiful because they're not selling that well. Well, I don't care. I don't really care what the trends are. I'm interested in this system. I'm interested in the controller. I'm interested in this game. So, this is, I think, the back of the box. And let's scoot this around. And on the front of the box, you actually see what's included in here. Now, there are two versions of the Wii U, for those of you who don't know. There's the black version and the white version. The black version is the deluxe set, the white version is the base set. Now, the black version, which is included in here, generally goes for $349. And what you get the controller here, you get the Wii U, and you get a charger for the tablet controller. And you also get a free game, Nintendo Land. Well, in this set, the Zombie U Deluxe set, you get all of that plus Zombie U, and then you get the Pro controller here. And this set cost $389. After taxes, this thing cost me $414.75. And I know that because I have the receipt over here. Now, Zombie U is included in the box version, and then Nintendo Land is actually a downloadable game. And I think that's pretty much all we'll cover on the box. So let's get this thing open and see what's on the inside. Now, there's no seal on here, which is interesting, so hopefully this hasn't been touched before. I did get this at GameStop, and I tried to get it at Best Buy, but they didn't have this bundle. So we have two trays here, sort of like the Wii. I did actually own a Wii originally. And let's see if there's anything else in the box down here. There actually is. So let me pull that out. And there's a cord down there. That's pretty much everything in the big box, so let's go through what we have here. We have a USB cord here. What else is in here? Looks like a controller. The light's lit up there. This is probably the Pro controller, so let's see, how do I get this out without tearing things up here? There we go. Controller, and that's everything there. So let's take a look at this. Pro controller. Very similar in looks to a Xbox 360 controller. Very nice, actually. It fits very nicely in the hand. And you have your analog sticks here. And they both click. You have two triggers. And that's what this USB cord is to charge it up. It's a wireless remote or wireless controller, which I believe Nintendo was the first to have wireless controllers. And you have your directional here, you have a select, a home button, and a start button, and then you have your A, B, and X, Y buttons here. Very nice, very nice. You have a sync button back here, and probably lithium-ion battery in here where you can actually remove this panel here, I guess, if you need to replace it. So you have up top here, you have glossy plastic. On the back, you have matte plastic, and you actually have some indicator lights down here. I think that's to show you what player you are, whether you're player 1 all the way up to player 4. Very nice controller. So let's put that to the side and take a look here. We have the quite large power brick here, and that ends up to plug in the console there. So let's just put that to the side. We have That's actually a charger for something. We'll have to figure out what that is. We've got some documentation here. Here's the Zombie U game. And here's some more documentation here. Alright, what else do we have here? We've got some cords. But first here is the Wii U stand. We've actually got two brackets here. And these brackets are matte plastic. And they have rubberized feet on the bottom. They both say Wii U, made in China, Nintendo on there. There you go. And then, of course, console will sit in it like that. If you want to put it vertically, you can actually lay this down horizontally as well. Here is, let's see, that's a stand, and that goes down like this. And I guess you can put your tablet controller in there. It's a matte plastic. On the back it has Nintendo branding, and it has rubberized feet on the bottom. And it says Wii U in here, even though you'll probably never see it because it stands like that. Let's put that to the side. A lot of stuff in here. Got another cord here. This is an HDMI cord. And everything's gray. All the cords are gray, probably because it can work with the white console as well. That way they don't have to make two sets of them. Here is the sensor bar here. And might as well pull it out of the plastic here. I'm not going to pull the power cords out because obviously they're just power cords, but something like the sensor bar you're going to be seeing. So I might as well show you what it looks like because this will sit on top of your TV. Now I did own a Wii back in the day, and I don't really remember the sensor bar exactly, so I mean, this feels like it, but it might be a little bit smaller in length, or it might actually be the same. I'm not quite sure. And there we go. That's the sensor bar. I think it's a little bit different than the actual Wii sensor bar. You have two areas here, and that will attach to the top of your TV. Very unobtrusive. Let's see, we also have another stand. Actually, this is the charger. So, that second cord with the smaller brick on it, this one here, is for this charger. And this charger allows you to charge, as you would expect, your tablet that comes with this. So, this charger here, or at least the dock, the charging dock, you have your Nintendo branding. It's all in a matte black plastic. This is where it sits in, and it actually has rollers here. So it'll probably roll into place. And then you have an area here. I don't know if there's a button on the controller or what, but there's a cutout there. And it sits down. It has rubber feet on the bottom. It says Wii U on the bottom. And of course, this is where you plug it in. You can put this anywhere that's convenient to you, most likely near your couch or wherever you want. And whenever you're not using the tablet, you can set it in here. And there's also some rubberized feet here, or not feet, but some rubberized spacers, so that when you actually do put the tablet in, it's not going to have plastic on plastic. And of course, when that happens, you end up with scratches. Here's the console itself, right there. It's pretty small in size. And then here is the tablet controller itself. All right, very glossy plastic. You have a camera up top here. You have your analog sticks on either side, and they do both press in. You have your directional here. You have your X, Y, A, and B buttons. You have a start button, a select button. You have a power button. You have a control button. You have your battery indicator. Looks like you have either, yeah, these are speakers here. You have two speakers on the tablet itself. And that noise in the background is the box. So let me put that to the side. You have your home button here, and you have a mic here. You have Wii branding, and then you have some sort of tablet branding here. This is what it looks like from the right-hand side. As you can see, it's ergonomically shaped to fit into your hand. You have triggers up top. You have a trigger here and then our right button up here. On the left side you have the same thing. You have your left button and your trigger down here. You have your sensor here. You have a volume control here. You have your headphone jack here, and then you have your AC adapter port here. So you can use that cord I showed you here to plug directly into the tablet, or you can use the dock. On the bottom, you see where those, on the dock, those two wheels will lock into. On the back here, you can see this ridge on the controller. Again, all shaped so it fits nicely in your hand. You have, in here, you have some sort of mount here. Now, I don't know if that's just for retail or if there's something that will actually screw into here at a later date, but it's sort of like a tripod, what you would see on a tripod, where you have a mount point and there's actually threads in there. And then you also have what look like guide holes here, similar to the ones down here, and they're spaced similarly as well. And over here you have a stylus right here under the volume, right there. And you can use that to, do whatever you need to do on the screen here depending on the game. You can actually write with it or whatnot. And then it slides back in here. Here's what an iPad looks like in comparison to the Nintendo controller. And here's what a Nexus 7 looks like in comparison. So let me just show you really quickly how this interfaces with the dock here. Now obviously the dock is not plugged in, but we're going to see how this works here. So interestingly enough, the dock doesn't interface with this plug here. So we'll figure out what this plug interfaces with. I'm sure it's some sort of peripheral that you can attach to it. But actually the dock, how it charges is through these two connectors here. So when the tablet is in here, it pushes this down. Let me see if I can show you here. And those two connectors come up. And that's how you charge your tablet if you're using the dock. Otherwise you can just plug it in up here if you want. So there we go. Sits nicely in there. You still have access to your home button there, and it's not going to move around. Also, you have this stand here, which you can use to just put it down if you want and not have to charge it. So let's put this to the side and take a look at the console itself. Now the Wii U can sit down like this, horizontally. And that's because it has feet here. 1, 2, 3, 4 rubberized feet. You also over here have some venting. Now as you can see, it's rounded on the sides here. And it's all made from glossy plastic. Now this, if you lay it flat, is the top of the system. You have your Nintendo branding up top here, and you have some more venting over there. On the front, you have your slot loading drive. You have your Wii U branding here. You have a sync button, a power button, an eject button. And then over here you have an SD card slot and 2 USB ports. On the right side you have nothing. On the left side you have some venting, and you also have these 2 notches here. Now those 2 notches are for the feet here, if you want this thing to stand vertically. So let's stick these on here and put it down like that, and there you go. And that's how I'm going to have it in my stereo cabinet. Now on the back of this you have your power connector, you have your AV multi-out connector, you have your sensor connector, and then your HDMI out. And then you have 2 more USB ports here, and then you have your fan here. So that is the Wii U Deluxe Edition with ZombiU, and then of course the free downloadable Nintendo Land game. So that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And as always, if you want to help out my channel, give me a thumbs up or favorite this video. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.